They've grabbed both of us?
Or tried to.
2 guards, one of them grabbing each of you, and the third guard finally hustles up to you. He's like out of breath, like, oh my god, I haven't done that in a while.
It's Carla!
I think our charisma is going to have to carry us through. Let me look at my sheet real quick.
Sure as hell is not going to be your tiny little legs, apparently.
Yeah. Let's. We're pausing right now, Neil, because we're contemplating, or at least Ryan is.
Yeah, I don't really have
trapped.
any more tricks up my sleeve, so.
Okay.
Or at least flour.
Yeah.
Do remove your bag of flour from your character sheet, please.
I will.
They drag you the 4 blocks to the courthouse. And this place has more troops in it. I mean, not a ton, but there's, soldiers at the door with halberds. And you guys get dragged in and thrown into a single cell together. As they toss you in, they pat you down and take your weapons.
But they don't find the lockpick that's up my ass, right?
They do not find the grass. Do you keep
Oh my god!
Yeah, I do.
And what about the cocaine that I'm smuggling?
Serious, if it's for serious, I need to know.
No, this is totally serious.
You keep a lockpick up your ass.
Yes.
All right. Do you have a lockpick on your character sheet somewhere?
No.
Okay.
Because it's up my ass. It's only up to you if you let that fly. I don't care.
That's where I keep my magical sword too, Neil, while we're on the subject.
If it's not on your character sheet, you don't have them.
It's not on my character sheet.
Did they find my pennies?
I don't want to know where the pennies are.
Oh, God.
They take your weapons. They take your weapons. They leave you with... I mean, unless you have anything else that's obviously... will help you break out of jail.
I have a broken lockpick.
Oh, that's right. You do have a set of lockpicks that are damaged.
Yes.
They quickly just peruse through your bag to make sure that there's nothing interesting in there. I think you would probably have your lockpicks pretty hidden in your bag, and they're not suspecting you guys of being thieves or suspecting you guys of being impersonators, so they don't search hard enough to catch that. But you absolutely
Do I get catch wind of this, Neil, at all?
No, not yet.
Let me know what I do.
You were having sex with a prostitute while this was happening.
That didn't take too long.
All right. So we're in jail, Neil?
I should, Victorian, can you give me a constitution check? Not that you'll ever run into any bastard offspring of your own, but I just need to know for game's sake.
Sure. Yeah.
25, okay. And... Okay, cool. Sweet. So, 20 minutes later, a man in big judge-like robes walks in, flanked by 2 of the guards.
Wait, hold on. You said 20 minutes later. In that 20 minutes, can we get a story together?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a couple of other jail cells around you.
Yeah.
Have other people in them. So your story may be overheard by these people or whatever, or you can talk to them or whatever you want to do. Just letting you know that you are not alone.
Can we whisper to each other?
In Spanish,
That's
totally.
No, you're not allowed to whisper.
What?
Of course, of course
we
you
can
can
speak
whisper.
we can speak in the thieves' cant though, and just speak in Spanish. No one's gonna understand that unless they're a thief.
Yeah, but you have to roleplay
A thief in a jail. Ha!
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Yeah, thieves' cant isn't its own language. It's like using slang to...
Oh, okay. I thought that's true. You're right.
I mean, it's basically gangster talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hey, we got to figure out a way to get out of here.
I was just like, all right, Largo, what's the plan? What are we doing?
All right, so basically, and this is all whispered. We need to come up with a believable backstory because obviously we have no proof. My plan is to write my sigil, which is the retarded-looking bear.
Okay.
Neil, nobody came in after seeing Largo getting dragged around, this big spectacle you were saying? No one came
No one
into
came into the tavern to tell you.
God damn it.
Your tavern is a little bit farther. They went all the way down into the goldsmith area. You're at the tavern near the port.
All right, keep going, Ryan. Sorry, I interrupted you.
What
Okay,
happens when you guys split the party? Remember what happened last time you split the party? You all died.
That's true.
No, that's like last time.
No. I never die, Neil. Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
I keep my potion of invisibility, and
You're
then
feeding
anytime
the trolls that remark, by the way, every time on YouTube. They're like, see? Sorry, we're supposed to be role-playing real people. They don't just, like, gelatinously move through the earth as one unit the entire time.
No, I completely agree. I completely agree.
All right, so we need to have a story of why we're here, and also a story of why we can't be found out. So I'm thinking that obviously we come from the deep south, from Method Mania.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Look,
Um,
Largo, whatever you say, you tell me the story and I'll agree.
Okay. All right, so we kind of just talk for a little bit, get our story straight, and then enter Judge.
Can you guys actually discuss the story of some level? Because I don't want you guys to... I mean, if you have to improvise on the spot, I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, that was totally part of our backstory that we had discussed already.
Okay. We're gonna say that we're up here on a.
Just say what we said to the gold guy. Like we've been on a journey. We were looking for money. We were kind of tight on money, so we're trying to get rid of these gems that, where we come from, are immensely profitable
And rare, yes.
and
also,
incredibly rare.
why are we have to come up with a story of why we're not in rich clothing? Why do we need to be incognito?
Because no one would. We don't want to draw. We didn't want to draw attention to ourselves out in the middle of the street, et cetera, et cetera. And the best way to do that is try to fit in.
Okay.
And the reason is because no one in method. What is it? Method Mania.
Method Mania. Yeah.
Method Mania. People aren't really known for that town or known for leaving it. Everyone just kind of stays inside. But you are someone who wanted to adventure outward, and I wouldn't let you go alone, so I joined you in the quest.
Okay.
And we've been on the we've been seeing the world for about a year now.
Okay.
Okay, that's the story. And the judge enters, unless Ryan has anything else to say.
No, we'll just say that we got tired of the kingly or princely, the nobility life, and we wanted to experience the world in a different way.
Including running from guards, and that was on your bucket list.
Yes.
Okay, that's the story. Judge enters, Neal.
Okay. Judge walks in with the two guards. He says, well, what do we have here? A couple of lowlives trying to impersonate a noble.
Well, I actually am nobility, sir.
And why did you try and run?
Because you tried to apprehend me, and I had done nothing wrong.
Right. You do realize how that does not help your case. If you tried to run, clearly you must be guilty of something.
Well, that's not true at all.
Well, if you were honestly noble, I mean, you should have no problem proving it. What are the words of your house?
Always
what?
Always get the best deal. Always run from a fight. Those are the words of my house.
Seems kind of like you just made that up on the spot to me.
No,
You think you would know your own words.
No, look, he's trying to hide who he is. Look, this is Prince Elias Umver, and the words of our house. The words of our house are: people know when you're frontin'.
People be front.
People be frontin'.
So you're part of his house as well, then. And what is your name?
I am a servant to Lord Elias Umver. Yes, Prince Elias Umver.
Prince Elias Umber. My, what a pleasure it is to have you in our little town.
Well, apparently not, because you have us
Who can I
in jail.
write to confirm your nobility?
I look at Largo.
Well, that would be King Umver.
And he lives where exactly?
Method Mania.
I've never heard of this
As
place.
I've said many times. It is far south of the Longbourn Kingdom. It is in a remote area. Perhaps
Very
you're not
far
as-
away from home.
not
How
very
did you
well traveled?
tell me? How did you cross from such a peaceful place so far away into the lands occupied by Veracity? And why would you do such a thing?
Well, you see, my friend Smee and I have been traveling for over a year now. We kind of grew weary and tired of the nobility life, as being it is such a remote location. There was no battle, no action, and I grew weary and tired. So I decided to kind of put down the nobility life and adventure for a little while. And we've been over a year
Aladdin.
now traveling.
And you bring no sign of your house, no proof that you say who you are, and yet you prance around espousing your nobility and then try and pawn off gems as more valuable than they truly are?
Well,
Sound like a common brigand to me.
These are not more valuable. Perhaps they're common gems here, but where I come from, these are very rare indeed.
You've been carrying these all the way from home for a whole year?
We had these with us, yes, in case money got tight.
Money has gotten tight now, so you're selling off these gems from your homeland.
That is correct.
So what you're telling me is that you come from a land of stupid people who have no concept of value of their gems.
You watch your tongue. How could you insult
You
House
watch
Umber?
your tongue. I am the
Sir.
judge here.
Sir, gemstones' value is determined by their rarity, and where I come from, these gems are very, very rare indeed. Now, perhaps they are common where you are from, up here in the north, but down south they are very rare.
That is a valid point. Well, how about this? How about I gather my sages together and we find your Methodonia.
Method mania.
Method Mania. I'm so sorry. And we send a few ravens, a couple of messenger birds out there. See if we can't figure out how to contact your king and verify who you really are. You, of course, would not mind staying as a guest for a period of time.
That could take weeks, perhaps even months.
Yes, it might.
I would mind.
Well, you see, we have a problem here. Impersonating a man of noble birth is a crime punishable by death here. And if you are lying to us, well, we cannot have that. We cannot let people impersonate nobles and get away with it. It would encourage the ruffians too much. So you must forgive us if we're going to check out your story and not just let you go.
Aside from showing you a ring with a sigil on it, how else would you accept proof of nobility?
Oh, I mean, I would really expect someone of your birth and rank to have some piece of clothing or some item that has embroidery of your house, your arms, your words, something on you, anything. I've never known a man of the cloth, or I'm sorry, a landed man to have no evidence of who he is whatsoever.
As I said, we were trying to slum it, per se. The only reason we even revealed our nobility was because, as I said, times got very tight. We were out of money.
Well, perhaps you should have thought about this. We will attempt to locate Method Mania on a map and find some way to send word. I would use spells, but unfortunately our spellcasters have been outlawed, so this may take extra time. You can blame Verasi for that.
All right.
And the judge
keep
and
quiet,
guards
waiting for him to
walk
leave.
away.
Okay. Who else is in the cells around us? Just normal people.
Bunch of people. Some of them look like drunks who are just sitting here, like sleeping off their hangovers. Some of them look like pickpockets or rogues because they're fairly well dressed and they look like they've been here before. Some of them look like beggars. Some of them, all sorts of people.
Is there like a passageway or a window or anything with bars on it above us, or is it closed in?
The cell next to yours has bars, a barred window facing the outside.
Okay.
That's near the ceiling.
All right. Well, I don't do anything. I just wait.
Okay. Like an hour later, a couple hours later, Jockry and Victorian are hanging out at the bar, and you guys hear about a couple of midgets that got arrested in town. And the descriptions roughly match the descriptions of your party members, and they have not shown up, and it's well past the time when you would have expected them to show up.
Okay. it looks like we're going to have to go spring them out. Jocker, your hair is quite a bit shorter.
Thank you.
Who did you get to get it so cornrowy down the top of your head? It's absolutely incredible artwork on your head, and it has cut into the stench considerably.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Follow me. Follow my lead, and of course, you're a brilliant man, so if you have contributions, please. But I have an idea of how we're going to do this.
How are we gonna do what?
We're going to spring them out of jail.
But that sounds like something illegal.
No, no, no. You'll see. Just follow my lead, and
How do you know how they got in there?
they're thieves. So
I told them to stop being thieves.
we'll lecture them after, Jockey. Just you wait 1 minute, all right? So presumably we make our way there. On the outside of the door, I close my eyes for a minute. I breathe in, and I go, Jockey, follow my lead, and I kind of barge in through the door, and I say, "Who's the
courthouse?
What's that?
Into the courthouse?
Is it a courthouse they're being held at, or a jail?"
Yeah. I mean, the jail's within the courthouse in this situation.
All right. I barge into the courthouse or whatever.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm like, "Who has my little ruffians? Who found them?"
One of the guards looks at you and says, "Excuse me, what are you looking for?"
I've caught word that 2 small people were arrested earlier on this day in a scene of hilarity.
Yes, we accosted a gnome and a halfling who were impersonating nobility.
Very good. It's all part of the act, I assure you. They're a part of a carnival troupe. They're the first part. It's an entertaining group. Can I ask you a few questions? Did they brandish weapons?
No.
Did they use something funny like flour?
Look, I'm not really sure. I wasn't there.
Let me talk to the people responsible. I have quite the story to tell.
All right, wait here.
Thank you.
He walks away. He comes back. It's like 15 minutes later. He left you waiting a long fucking time. But he comes back with an official-looking person wearing long, flowing white robes. He walks up to you and says, "So you're the friends of the thieves?"
Good evening, sir. My name is Jeremiah Studebaker the 17th. And I have to tell you...
Studebaker the 17th.
Jeremiah Studebaker the 17th, yes. The name is part of the act, actually. We're a part of a carnival entertainment troupe, and you have just borne witness to a little act we're putting on called The Market Ones. They find a goldsmith or something of that sort. They try to convince them they're royalty. They obviously do a shitty job. They make up names. It's ridiculous. Something like Methodonia, just stupid, silly little shit. But you have to understand, they never brandish weapons. It's part of it. We, of course, mean nobody any harm. And they actually pay the people the prank is pulled on. Did they leave behind a gem? Did they try to claim it was 100 gold or something?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's exactly as part of your plan. Now, they'll never hurt anybody. They'll throw comical things like dust, dirt, sugar, or other cooking utensils at people, and they usually try to make a pretty big spectacle. If that is the case, then I do apologize for the confusion, but they meant no harm at all, of course, and we'll pay the fee for their detainment. That, too, is part of the charitable act, but you have to agree, it's pretty hilarious.
A noble is punishable by death.
Is there a crime for trying to be funny and breathe life into a town otherwise oppressed by someone like Veracity?
It wasn't very funny. No one thought it was a joke.
What's that?
No one thought it was a joke. It was not funny.
I can see that you are as sharp as a marble. Now, let me explain something to you. Sometimes jokes are meant to be revealed at a later time. Imagine this joke. If I'm like,
Sir, are you talking down to me?
And they fart. Is that funny? No. But if I build the story a little bit and reveal that they have farted at the end, the story has a chance to be funny. That's what's happened here.
Your idea of a joke is to impersonate lords, cheat people out of money, and then reveal that you've done it later.
Sure.
It sounds like thievery and then rubbing it in people's face.
It seems to me that this joke is smoldering inside you. It's waiting to burst out. Let me foment it a little bit more. Again, I ask you, was anyone cheated of money? Was anyone harmed?
No, because we are careful and wary people.
Very careful. So careful that this joke is going to clobber you over that thick little noggin in just a few moments. But right now, it's still just kind of going knock, knock, knock. And you're like, I don't care who's there.
I do not appreciate your tone, sir.
Allow me to dial it back into a friendlier term. These two little munchkins are comedians. Nobody was hurt. You were paid for this gag. And now I'm offering to pay to release them, even though they were arrested for a crime that was completely improv. Let me ask you this. Has anyone ever asked you to pull their finger?
No,
Pull my finger, please.
I don't think I want to.
Had you done that, I would have farted. Now, would you arrest me for assaulting you with toxic gas?
Give me a charisma check here.
You have 14.
Thank you. God damn! Come on!
Even Jagger is like, what the fuck? This fart joke is not even funny.
That's perfect. The fact.
His hair like that being like...
Can't all boil down to a dice roll, though. Come on.
It doesn't all boil down to a dice roll. There are other factors taken into it, but I mean, it's not the most convincing story I've ever heard.
Sir, is it not strange that a lot of what I've said, without having been present, was pretty true? They made up names. They didn't hurt anybody. And they
That
left
is very strange indeed. I'm not doubting your intentions or your words. I'm doubting your methods, and I do find that, well, perhaps we can come to some agreement here. If this is truly the situation that you say it is, why don't you and your friends put on a little circus act for us in the middle of town?
Normally we charge for this, but for you, kind sir, this shall be all for free.
And in it, at some point, near the finale, let's say, I
Sure.
need friends to ascend a platform so all may see them and denounce their claims to nobility and to declare themselves filthy street urchins for the whole town to see.
How does the term street rat rub you?
Street rat will do fine.
Then we shall be performing an act I like to call Aladdin's Song Number 3, I believe. It involves the words riff rat and street rat, but it denounces all things you said, and it's quite hilarious.
I need them to sincerely denounce their nobility and proclaim themselves to be street rats or street urchins.
Can I make
The point is that I cannot let people in my city claim to be nobility when they are otherwise. I need a public demonstration that they are not, and publicly they need to appear to be sorrowful and to regretful. We need public apologies from all of them and a circus performance.
Let me ask you this, though, because this is interesting. We came quite a long ways here for this act. This was just the precursor. If they were to publicly denounce themselves as any kind of false character that they're then later to try to portray, that will kill our act. We won't be able to perform in your town. We won't be able to provide hilarity, laughter.
It's killing your act or it's killing your friends. You're not allowed to impersonate a noble in our town or in any town near here. You best take your act far away if that's what it is.
I agree with you that the people here seem to have a tension in the rectum area that is beyond fathom. But are you? Can we be reasonable? We're supposed to. Okay, we can't improv royalty, but again, if we were to publicly denounce ourselves, what's that?
Nobility of any kind. Take your act far, far away from here. I am giving you this one opportunity. You'd best not take it too lightly.
Did I? Why are you? I don't understand. Why? Why you have to be mad?
Your friends have committed a grievous crime, a crime punishable by death. I am giving you an opportunity to rectify this, assuming, taking your word that you are honestly circus performers of the worst kind, and we're giving you a chance to escape, to leave with your lives.
I think
don't
we'll have to
know why you're
agree.
trying to argue
Do you
with me.
guys have
You're
snakes?
threatening to kill these people. We were probably pretty convincing, so I don't know that it deserves to
This
be
is the
called.
normal punishment. This has happened before. You can see the heads. If you go out of this building and look on the side, you will see spikes, or heads on spikes. Some of those heads belong to people who tried to impersonate nobility. This is not some trifling matter. This is a serious crime. You do not seem to understand the severity of the issue at hand.
You're right. You're right. I mean, if you look at it, it's you guys gained 10 gold and a gem out of this, and one guy had something thrown in his eye. You're right. We will perform Aladdin's street rat scene, and we will denounce ourselves as not royalty. Is that satisfactory to you?
That's satisfactory. Can you perform tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Do you guys
Excellent.
happen to have snakes around here? I'm a snake charmer.
She's a snake
Find
charmer.
your own snakes.
Okay, I'll find one.
You've, well, apparently lying here is a capital offense, so I won't tell you. We will do it tomorrow. I'll be back sunrise. Does that work?
You can collect them at sunrise and organize yourself. We will clear the town square and announce the circus tonight.
Do you have parachute pants? That's my final question.
I'm not sure what those are.
They are pants that are white and fluffy and large. They're to be worn by our actors.
Yes, we have some Sultan's pants.
Fantastic. Then that is all that we need. I'll see you tomorrow.
You'll have to go supply your own Sultan's pants.
We can do it without. That's fine, too. It's just more convincing when we have that.
Okay.
Boys, we'll be back tomorrow. Try not to get into any more trouble. These people seem very serious.
Do we hear all this?
Yeah, I guess you guys were in the jail cell talking, or nearby.
Okay.
Something. Okay.
All right. And yeah, I think that's it for today, for this episode.
All right, next episode, you guys have to perform Aladdin's number 3.
Oh, no, we can fast forward that.
You sure? I kind of want someone of you guys to sing this song for us.
If Jen wants to, or anybody else, I guess.
Jeff volunteers the rest of the party to sing for him.
Yeah.
We'll see. Only if I can sing I Will Show You the World, or whatever that... Or A Whole New World, sorry. That's the name of the song.
You guys are the circus performers now.
Yeah.
All right.
We've got... Well, at least the group has a name now. You know, we had Breggers Boys, and now we have the circus performers. We need a name for the troupe, though. We'll try to figure that out. We'll leave that up to Jeremiah Cumberpatch, or whatever the fuck you said your name was. Eggs
Was it
Benedict.
Studebaker? I actually forgot what I
Studebaker,
said.
yeah.
The 17th is what set it off.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. All right. Let's do some shout outs because it's late and I know some people need to go. So Ryan, why don't you start us off?
Sure. That episode was a blast. Shout out to the rest of my castmates because that was super fun. Shout outs to you too, Twitch viewers out there watching us. Be silly and role play and have a good time. Thank you guys. Without you guys, it just wouldn't be the same. So seriously, thank you guys so much. My own stuff. Check out my Twitter at MLGRyan. My YouTube, youtube.com/RayuZilla. The next stuff that's going to be going up there is the Mafia videos from last week. So if you didn't get it, from last night, sorry. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, I'll have those up very, very soon. And yeah, I think we're talking about playing some Counter-Strike after this. So yeah, I'll live stream right after we're done here. Twitch TV/RayuZilla. We're going to be playing some CS. I think Neal, Jin, maybe JP, Jeff. I don't know who's going to be playing, but at least some of us from RollPlay. So definitely check us out right after this with some CS action.
Awesome stuff. Jen, do some shout outs.
All right, thank you guys for watching. It's always awesome. Also, are you guys still doing fan art? I haven't seen much lately. I kind of miss it. Like, just silly ones, you know? Anyway, it's like recording.
Lazy people.
I think it's mostly
I
because the
can
chat's been
see
sub
less.
mode. So.
Oh, maybe. That explains it. Anyway, make sure to follow me at LivinPink SC2, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.com/LivinPink. I'm going to stream the one game of Counter-Strike Go I've never played, so I'm going to be terrible. And the guys are going to have to endure that. And yeah, check out Misclick's D&D every Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. EDT. And if you don't watch it, I really suggest watching last episode because it was really good. And it's kind of a standalone anyway, I figured. So you should check it out.
Awesome. Neal, do some shout outs.
Thanks for watching. This was a hilarious episode, I believe. 1,000 experience for the whole party.
Yay!
Yay! 1,000 experience. I didn't get to say this at the front beginning because I kind of forgot. We were kind of entering chapter 2 of RollPlay Solum, season 2, if that's even a possible thing. So things will be changing. We're kind of entering different modes of gameplay. We're kind of break up the storyline into different chapters, as you'll see as we go along. This change will be a little bit. Anyway, doesn't matter. You'll see. You should check out the recommended reading for this week. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to paste it in chat. And if you're on YouTube or watching this as a replay somewhere, it's on r/Koibu in the right-hand side. That's the wrong chat.
And Q&A this time, right?
I will do a Q&A this time as well, yes. And we're going to be playing some Counter-Strike, which is fun. So, also thank you to cast members for being awesome. This is good. I've been having more and more fun with all the roleplay shows that we've been doing lately. All the D&D shows have been great as of late, so I'm super pleased and psyched for more. And I hope we can do this soon again.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know when. And thank you for DMing. Jeff, do some shout outs and close us out.
Same as everybody. Thanks, everybody. We had a great audience, and I really appreciate it. And thanks to Neal and JP in particular for putting these things on. But of course, thanks Ryan and Jen for making this a fun tradition that we've been doing now for over a year. Really, really happy and having a lot of fun. For me personally, just the usual stuff. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter, e.g. iNcontroL. I stream like these guys do on Twitch, iNcontroL TV. And what to expect from me in the very near future, I am going to be streaming, maybe not tonight, but certainly tomorrow and through the weekend, excuse me. And then we're doing that Titanfall launch on Monday night for the midnight of Tuesday. And then I did land a casting/hosting gig that's coming up fairly soon that has not yet been announced, but it's a big one, which I'm really excited about, so hopefully you guys will check that out. Thank you. And that's it for me, so thanks a lot.
Cool stuff. We got Evan tomorrow, 4 o'clock EST. Then Friday we got 8-Bits at 1 o'clock PM. And then Saturday, I think Dark Heresy is happening. No one's canceled yet.
Oh, Jesus. That's right.
No one's canceled yet, so it seems like
Hold
it's going to go through. We'll see. And then after that is over, I think we're going to have the final episode of Season 2 of RollPlay R&D, which Ryan was on last Saturday. It was awesome. I think those VODs...
What's this fight you guys keep referencing? It was amazing. What was that?
The VOD's still not out yet, so I don't want to spoil it. But we had we had like one of the... You remember the moment where you speared the dragon under the water? It was one of those moments where
Jesus.
like it was on one person, and yeah, it was pretty stupid and pretty crazy. It was a lot of fun though. So
I love it.
That VOD will be out starts tomorrow, and I think it'll be fully out on Friday. So check out more roleplay action. And then Sunday, I don't think there's anything, and then we got to figure out when we're playing Solum again. So we'll let you guys know. Yeah. Apart from that, thank you everyone.
Make sure to open up all the streams of people streaming from the cast right now for Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Twitch.tv/Ryuzilla, Twitch.tv/LivinPink, Twitch.tv/Koibu.
Or multi-twitch.tv/Ryuzilla/LivinPink/Koibu.
That's probably the better one. That's probably the better one. So. Cool. All right, guys. Oh, and of course, Jeff is going to be streaming, right? You said?
I might. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Twitch.tv/iNcontroL We'll see you guys later. We're out. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.